Hi, do you need a vacation? Wouldn't it be great to get away for a while? I can see you nodding. It would be awesome to take a break from the routine, to go visit exciting places, meet different people and hear their stories, to soak in another culture and come back rested and refreshed, eager to jump back into your own life. I know, because I've been there. I can't tell you how many times I've been desperate to get away, but I can't, because I run a huge company and I can't step away just because I'd like to. I bet that's true for you too. Whether you're a busy executive, an artist, a freelancer, a stay-at-home parent, or an entrepreneur, it's hard to take a break that's long enough to feel like one. My dream destination is India. Not surprising really, since I was born and raised there. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Bhatia, and I left India to study at Princeton and Harvard. I've left and worked all over the world, Asia, Europe, the Middle East, South America. But unfortunately, I've never had a chance to go back to India. India. India spells adventure. Warring dynasties, impregnable forts, battles won and lost and won again. India spells romance. How deep would be the love that spawned the Taj Mahal? India spells mystery. The Peacock Throne, made of 1,150 kilos of gold and over 250 kilos of rubies, diamonds, emeralds and pearls, was looted by Nadir Shah of Persia and never heard of again. India spells wealth. Walls, ceilings and floors inlaid with precious jewels. Never before and never after opulence and extravagance, like paying gold coins for glass bangles. India spells intrigue, brother fighting and killing brother to ascend the throne as the next emperor. India spells warmth. A warm climate matched with a colorful, passionate people who turned every occasion for celebration into a festival with its own rituals accompanied by music and dance. Do you also dream of being seduced by the enchantment that is India? Mystical myths, tales of magic that defy the imagination, beguiling anecdotes from history, breathtaking vistas, majestic monuments, hospitality that invites you into people's hearts. Yet, there is no doubt that a visit to India will bring the zing back into your life. As I said, India was my dream destination, but I'd never managed to go there. And now that I'm a senior executive at a largish, mid-sized company in the United States, the opportunity to visit India and immerse myself in her vast history, exotic locales, exciting myths and vibrant people seems increasingly remote. For one, it'll be expensive. I've done the research so often that I have the numbers at my fingertips. About 3 weeks end to end to visit the main attractions at Delhi, Agra, Mumbai and Hyderabad. Yes, time is the first expense. $10,500 for travel to, from and within India, plus for commuting within each city. $3,500 towards comfortable, non-luxury accommodation through the trip. $1,500 for food. $500 for an average guide. Yes, $15,000 is a small fortune to spend on a holiday. Maybe you can manage 3 weeks annual vacation, but money might be a constraint. And you wonder if the trip will be worth that kind of money. You might look at the total cost and wonder, wouldn't it be better to pay off your loans or mortgage? Or start a college fund for your children? Or save up for that second home you want to buy? I always had good, sound reasons for not visiting. Sometimes it was lack of time or money that held me back. At other times, I worried if I would be safe. Sometimes it was the weather. Too hot or too rainy or too cold. And always, it seemed too large and complicated and unmanageable. Even if I went, I'd be able to visit just a few places because the time I actually managed to reach the tourist site, buy tickets, get in line and go through the experience, I was sure the entire day would be gone. Somehow, it didn't seem such a great idea to spend thousands of dollars to visit a few places. Also, I had no guarantee that I would enjoy my visit. What if I couldn't adjust to the local food and took ill? I'd have wasted all that money because I wouldn't be able to enjoy the sights while recovering in bed. And what if some of the sites were closed for renovation? I mean, you don't visit India on the spur of the moment, do you? It would usually be a well-thought-out trip, carefully planned in advance. But when it's time to visit a tourist site, it might be closed for renovation or for another reason. I'd hate to be disappointed at the last minute when I'd waited for so long. By this time, I'd almost given up on ever fulfilling my dream. At times, it seemed more likely I'd visit the moon than be able to go to the land whose mere name made my heart beat faster. And then I met Kaushal Bhalotia, founder and CEO of My India Eye. The moment I heard India, I told him how I always wanted to go back and refresh my half-remembered memories of the glorious monuments and sites, but despaired of ever being able to do so. His response was a belly laugh of delight. How would you like to visit India, Vishal? He asked me. I've just told you I'd love to, but can't find a workable way to do so, I told him in disbelief. After all, I just spent 5 minutes telling the guy how keen I was to visit India. We've created the India Heritage Experience just for people like you, he said. What I learned from Vishal about the India Heritage Experience was so relaxing, so rejuvenating and so exciting that I've taken time off work in the middle of the week to tell you about it. Call it my good deed for the week. I see so many of my employees, colleagues and friends dispirited from the relentless drudgery of daily life. Their stress and boredom spill over into all areas of their lives, bleaching all the fun and color out of life, making it look like they live in faded sepia tones. It makes me sad to see this, and it's really depressing to be around. But here's the good news I've been waiting to share. You can break out of your humdrum existence and experience adventure whenever you want it. Kaushal had met so many people who were tremendously keen to experience India, but were unable to do so for various reasons. So he decided to create the ultimate authentic guided tour experience of India. Here's how he did it, in his own words. We consulted award-winning historians, archaeologists and researchers from esteemed institutions worldwide, pooled their knowledge of over 5,000 years of the stories, legends and history of India, creating cyberspace's best resource on Indian history and culture. We brought in a team of experienced professionals such as writers, directors, editors, voiceover actors, music professionals, and costume designers to bring you the authentic Indian experience in high-definition video, letting you immerse yourself in everything India has to offer. We assembled the best Indian tour guides who know how to put Indian history, monuments, and culture in context for people who might not be familiar with the nuances of India or what it means to be Indian, allowing you to relive each experience as your own from the inside rather than as an outsider looking in. Imagine having unlimited access to India. Imagine being able to visit whenever you want for as long as you want. Imagine sharing your experience of India with friends and family without worrying about the expense or coordinating complicated schedules. Imagine visiting Golconda Fort. Stare in awe at the 50-meter-high gateway of the fort with foliate motifs on the arch and carvings of mythical beasts and peacocks blending local Hindu and Persian architecture. Marvel at the acoustics that let a visitor's arrival at the foot of the hill be heard 1 kilometer away at its top. Hear the mystical tale of how a devotee of Lord Rama, imprisoned for misappropriating 6,000 gold mohurs from the king, was freed. Qutub Minar. Visit the tallest minaret of India, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Be a part of history as you visit the first ever mosque built in Delhi, the mosque called the Light of Islam. Explore the most ornate mosque entrance of all time, embellished with horseshoe arches and lotus bud fringes. Humayun's tomb. Discover why Emperor Akbar had it built next to the tomb of the Sufi saint Hazrat Nizamuddin Auliya. Plumb the mysteries of the first major example of a Persian charbagh in India, with 4 waterways dividing the gardens surrounding the tomb into 4 equal portions. Solve the mystery of the star symbol being included in various areas of the tomb, Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal was built as a monument to the towering love Emperor Shah Jahan had for his favorite wife, Empress Mumtaz Mahal. But do you know it was also put to a more sinister use? Feel the touch of perfection in the perfect symmetry of every element of the Taj. Find out why the minarets around the main mausoleum lean outwards at a slight angle, still in perfect symmetry of course. You will also discover how the spot where a shepherd boy found a deity's idol became a formidable fort that stands tall to this day, how the city of Hyderabad got its name, how the 2.5-day mosque got its name, the mystery of the iron pillar of the Gupta dynasty, which weighs over 6 tons and has been open to the elements for over 1600 years but shows no sign of rusting. What makes Humayun's tomb a true dynastic center of the Mughal era in India? How to identify whether a grave or a cenotaph belongs to a man or a woman? How the 8 sections of the garden signify the 8 levels of paradise mentioned in the Quran? Why the Taj looks like a pearl aglow in the moonlight? When Kaushal told me about the India Heritage Experience, it sounded almost too good to be true. I was itching to get at it. But I had a few doubts. Between you and me, I'm not so keen on being handed a ton of information in a presentation, or a boring litany of facts. After all, I can always do a Google research if all I wanted was the facts. Kaushal reassured me. I'm not asking you to read India or know India, Vishal. I'm asking you to visit India. He urged me to try it out. I did. And let me tell you, he's right. With the India Heritage Experience, what you get is an experience. It's immersive and unforgettable. What's more, You can enjoy this experience anywhere and anytime you want. You can enjoy it alone or with friends and family. You can enjoy it over and over again, steeping yourself in the soul-enhancing experience of visiting India. All you need is two things: a smartphone, tablet, laptop or PC, and a stable internet connection. When I tried out the Inda Heritage Experience, my heart was thumping, because finally, my dream looked within reach. But another doubt arose. How much would I have to pay to visit India via the Inda Heritage Experience? Vishal, the Inda Heritage Experience is a labor of love. Here's what you get as part of it. Over 320 minutes of high-definition footage, historians, academicians and actors who initiate you into the mysteries of India, reenactment of historical events and stories that make India and its history come alive for you, giving you the incomparable feeling of being a spectator of history in the making, access to rare photographs and videos of ancient ruins and UNESCO-certified World Heritage Sites. Remember, even if you actually visited India, you won't be able to visit all the places we've brought to you because they're closed for the general public. This was sounding more and more irresistible. But what was the price tag? Why was Kaushal not revealing how much I'd have to pay? I asked him the price, steeling myself to hear an outrageous figure. Kaushal replied, "You calculated that it would take over $15,000 to visit all these places. Now that you know you can visit them without going to India, what do you think would be a fair price for the Inda Heritage Experience?" Hesitantly, I replied, "Given the time and money I'll be saving by not actually traveling to India, I'd say $7,500 is a fair price. Am I right?" Kaushal shook his head. "Remember, I told you this was a labor of love. We want people to be able to enjoy visiting India." Yes again. My heart sped up again. This promised to be affordable. $1,000, I said confidently. "You know you'd pay at least $100 a night for a reasonable hotel. We are charging you less than even one night's stay," Kaushal said. I gaped at him. Not even $100? They were literally giving it away. "Why don't you just tell me how much I'd have to pay?" I asked. I couldn't believe my ears. "Are you sure you've given me the right price?" I checked with Vishal. "Hold on, there's more," he said. "We're relaunching the program, so we're offering a further discount and some bonuses to early birds who register for the virtual trip. We're offering 3 extra tours worth $57 free if you sign up today. Here are your bonuses. Gateway of India. Overlooking the Apollo Bandar waterfront, discover why the gateway is often called the Taj Mahal of Mumbai. Know how the names Bombay and Mumbai were bestowed on the city. Discover numerous buildings in the Indo-Saracenic style, even as you wander around the scenic spots of Mumbai. Agra Fort. Understand the architectural details that made the Agra Fort virtually impregnable. Find out why Akbari Mahal, the royal quarters of Akbar, had 6 levels of construction below ground level. Shiver with apprehension at the course history might have taken when Jahangir's extraordinary sense of justice made him offer a washerwoman an unbelievable way to avenge her husband's death. Red Fort. Uncover the story behind the structure that was originally referred to as Qila-e-Mubarak, or Blessed Fort. Discover the story behind the first covered bazaar of India. Unearth the secrets of glass wedges embedded in the ceiling that created extraordinary visual effects in the Sheesh Mahal, also called the Rang Mahal. This was simply incredible. Now I'd get to visit 7 locations and 5 cities for the price of 4. There was no way I'd miss this. But, my friend, this offer is open to you too. Special early bird price. When you sign up today, you will get virtual trips to 4 historical sites in 4 cities of India. Taste of the addiction that is India. Over 5,000 years of history, culture, legends and stories. Over 320 minutes of footage including rare, never-before-seen photographs, reenactments and quality tours to places, some of which are prohibited to the public. Plus 3 bonus virtual trips. Instant access to any of these places. Visit India from wherever you are. Share your trip with whoever you want. Excited, aren't you? But wait, there's even more. Kaushal told me, "It's hard to imagine, but maybe someone may not be delighted by the Inda Heritage Experience. On a conventional trip, your money is spent when you book it. Whether you go on it or not, whether you like it or not, that money is gone. It's never coming back. But if you sign up today, along with the early bird offer and the 3 free bonus virtual tours, you get our 60-day zero disappointment money-back guarantee. Visit India for 60 days. Immerse your senses in the sights, sounds, culture and myths of India. If you find the Inda Heritage Experience is not for you, just drop us an email and we'll refund your money back immediately. No questions asked. But I've gone through the experience, and I can guarantee you that the virtual tours you'll enjoy beat the conventional tours hollow. Where else do you get to revisit sites, refresh your memory on the details, and snatch a sense of adventure when you're feeling low? And that too, with the best historians and tour guides available. I'm off to get myself a glass of wine now. I want to revisit the royal apartments of Shah Jahan, the Khas Mahal, as I sip my wine. You're welcome to join me. Grab your tea, java, or whatever your favorite tipple is, and let's be off. There's all of India waiting for us to discover. Forgotten tombs, cunningly constructed forts, UNESCO heritage sites, stories that have become legends, history we can relive or watch from the sidelines. Don't forget to bring your friends along. Kaushal and his team are waiting to usher us in and give us the royal treatment as we visit India. One last thing, before I lose myself in the splendor of India. The early bird offer is only for early birds. Kaushal isn't sure how long it'll be available. Remember, you're getting to visit 4 complete historical sites in 4 cities and 3 bonus tours as well, all for a fraction of the cost of a hotel room for a night. If you're still not sure, you can always pay the regular price of $200 for the 4-site visit, with the 3 bonus tours being available at an additional $57. It's your choice. For those of you who've decided, I raise a toast to you. Let's explore India, my dream come true. Yours, vacationing in India at will, Vishal Bhatia.